What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda. Welcome to my channel. It's time for a little coffee talk. It's 10:30. I got started a little late today because I wasn't ready because I needed 30 more minutes. Sometimes you just need a little more time. I went on a morning walk. It was very nice. I'm back on my routine. So, yeah, the morning walk gets my mind motivated. Like I can get out there and my mind starts churning. Like I said, I walk 3 miles a day, so it takes me about an hour. I'm not out there speed walking or anything. This is just for me, to get my mentals together, to clear my mind, and why not get a little exercise at the same time. I'm a morning person, so if you're a morning person, it's good to get up and, get your brain juices started. I feel like your best, you know, clearest mind happens in the morning when you're a morning person. If you're not, like, I don't know what time your mind get clear. By the end of the day, my mind and body starts winding down. But yeah, I get around the corner, you know, the big corner, like it's one big old square. I get around the corner and, all the thoughts that, I started out with start to disappear. And I'm like, okay. So my morning mantra is Thursday morning. My morning mantra for today is a loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter because I need to retrace my steps. You know what I mean? In order to remember all those really good thoughts that I thought this morning. So a loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. We starting a little late today, so I'm gonna get on into the things. There's not a lot going on necessarily, but we, find things to talk about over here. Interesting conversation. We come over here to Coffee Talk to discuss current events. We want to discuss some of the things. Good morning, T. Some of the things that are excellent in Black history and a little bit of celebrity gossip. So I got a little bit of all of that today. Let's see. Yes. We're going to start with a little black excellence. Who's your girl? Oh, yeah, I know. We're going to talk. Listen, I'm not here to do your girl. I don't never talk about her. T is talking about Clarissa Shields. I'm not here to do your girl. Relax. We're not going to get into any negativity necessarily. I'm going to keep it real about Clarissa Shields. But we're going to start with Cardi B. Um, Cardi B, her new hair care line sells out under an hour. Grow Good Beauty proves the power of women in business and beauty. Does it? Cardi B launches her hair care line, Grow Good Beauty, and the entire pre-sale was gone before she could even catch her breath. That doesn't surprise me. It's a pre-sale. I don't know, like, how much inventory. It feels like she was just doing a little test run. She had a baby, a concert tour, and a beauty line all launched at the same time. So I'm thinking, I don't know how much Cardi B has, personally involved in this, but we gonna talk about it. She's here with her new, she sold out in an hour. This wasn't a celebrity cash grab either. I beg to differ, but it is what it is. She spent years developing this line from her own hair journey, her culture, and real results. She built it from experience, not a boardroom, and the people felt that immediately. See, when you get into the beauty industry and the hair care and all of that, I feel like I need to do a little investigating. So this is not a celebrity cash grab. That's according to them. She spent years developing this line. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I can't tell. So I'm gonna go over here into her. Well, let's look. We got a picture of Cardi with her very thick, luscious hair. Oh shoot, my battery low, and I knew that. Grow Good, that's the name of the length. Booty length certified. These are her her marketing. I'm not mad at the color. It's bright. When you want to use Grow Good, you go ahead and you take the plastic bag from the beauty supply store and tie it around your hair mask or whatever. I know a lot of y'all do that. They sell plastic caps in the beauty supply store. So if you're in the beauty supply store, grab you a plastic cap. You don't have to necessarily use the bag. But I mean, if that's all you got, that's all you got. This is a picture of Carly standing in the bathroom with, her beautiful, thick, luscious head of hair. We have all seen pictures of Cardi B. She got a silk press, so, she's all silky right here. We've seen plenty of pictures of Cardi B as a child, and we know that she has naturally long hair, not anything she put in a bottle. Cardi B is Latina. Latina. Our hair is not the same. You won't be buying it. I'm gonna grab my charger, so I'm gonna talk. I might sound far away for a minute, but I knew my daggone battery was about to die anyway. While I'm grabbing my charger, if you don't mind, please take a moment to like the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, or if you're not sure if you're still subscribed, go ahead, take a second, just checking, making sure you're still subscribed. And when you're over there checking to make sure you're still subscribed, go ahead, hit that little thumbs up button so we can all, stay in the algorithm while we're over here having these conversations. Now we're talking about Cardi B. We all got different hair textures. Latina, I'm not Latina, but I have a softer texture of hair. T, you got soft hair, so I feel like Cardi B's hair probably thicker and coarser than yours. Anyway, as a hairstylist, I feel like in the industry are not just swayed by celebrities when they decide they want to get a hair care line. They all want to get a hair care line. They all want to have a fashion brand. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see what she got going on over here that she spent her whole life building in terms of this product. So it's called Grow Good. I don't even honestly feel like she put a lot of energy in her marketing, Grow Good, I guess. So here it is. It's, the new old school hair care. That's what Grow Good is all about. Wash cycle. I'm just going over her website, and I want to tell you, I feel like this website is terrible. It's terrible. There was no energy or effort put into it whatsoever. The names of things, I don't know. I feel like Cardi is smarter than this. I feel like also there's a particular demographic that she's marketing to, which is fine, but her price point is up there with, most hair care brands. It's $15 for the shampoo. That's not how much is Suave when you go to the grocery store and you spend something on, Suave. Girl, I'm Louisiana mixed with Flint Town hair. I know what your hair look like. And what I'm saying is, just because Cardi B is Latina, I feel like her hair, might be thicker than yours. So that's not a good thing, a bad thing. It's just a hair thing. Don't fight with me this morning, girl. I'm already on a schedule behind. Anyway, we're going to talk about this hair care. Grow Good. So wash cycle, I'm guessing that's the repair shampoo. Wash cycle repair shampoo. It's sold out, so you can get on the wait list. It says remove buildup, retain moisture, no sulfates. It's for all hair types, so I guess it don't matter. You can get it for all hair types. But why is it a repair shampoo? Like, Cardi, I need more information. It's just, not enough for me. Soft serve, repair conditioner. What if you don't need repair? Seal the cuticle, revise ends, boost shine for all hair types. It's, Grow Good. What is it? Hydrating mask. That's $20. Everything serum, multifunction serum. So this right here, it was a red flag for me. It's a hair treatment. It's a heat protectant. It's a shine booster. It's an end sealant, and it's a frizz smoother. So usually serum is the last thing that you put on your hair. I don't think I want any serum on my hair prior to putting heat on it. So, just as a hairstylist, it don't make sense to me. She want to fight. Yes, I see your locks. They're lovely. I wish I had mine. Mine were pretend. And I'm not saying yours were pretend, but I'm saying yours were similar to mine. That ain't your natural hair texture. Your hair texture is soft and smooth. It don't even really be kinky. Good morning, High Vibe. My niece wants to argue with me about hair texture. We're over here discussing um, Cardi B's new hairline, her Grow Good hair. So these are some of the names of some of the products. Get Rich, Grow Good. She got the ingredients is green banana, moringa seed, aloe vera, avocado. Avocado is our hero over there. Breakthrough science. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. Cardi was over here putting her groceries in her hair. And there's a lot of things I feel like that are good for your hair. You know what I'm saying? That's in your kitchen. But if it's not, if it's in a bottle on a shelf, then there's preservatives in it because it needs to be able to have a shelf life. Everything serum, grow good. Okay, she can break it down, how it works, what it does. I don't know why this thing looked like a typewriter. Everything Serum is a multi-function powerhouse, a serum for every reason. Add shine to a blowout, smooth and air dry, protect hair from hot tools, mix into leave-in calm frizz. This sounds good, but my spidey senses are, you know, tingling. And one product can't do everything. So this is the before and after of this young lady's hair. The young lady in the photo had her natural hair kind of, frizzed out, and then somebody took her frizzy hair and put a curling iron on it. So that to me, the lie detector says that's a lie, Cardi B. In the before, in the after, really the after don't look better than the before. So based on her website, I'm gonna say I don't want any of it. I trust Stormy, or Tabitha Brown. I feel like Stormy though was behind the chair and she spent time understanding hair. And we know, most of us know that ain't nothing in the bottle gonna make your hair grow. You do better to eat that avocado and banana than you do to put it on your hair. Um, I don't trust no Dominicans to do my hair. High Vibe, have you and T start, talking behind the scenes? Because I will say, I feel like there's a reason for that as far as the Dominican culture. And I mean, don't be mad at me for just saying what I see. I feel like they are so hard on hair because they're so adverse to being black. I don't go to Dominican salons because all of that hair blowing, with the little brush and the stuff they be doing, always ends up. I get many clients that were doing that, and then their hair is broken off. So, and the products, I don't know. I don't think Cardi did anything. First of all, the hair is natural. So I don't like the idea of good grow. I don't like the idea of, the implication that your hair is going to grow from this product because, you are what you eat and how you treat your hair. So let's see. Oh, y'all got an opinion about this. It gives she's trying to put one of her girls or family members from the back in the Bronx. The name is a problem, not creative and unserious. It is a problem, but I mean, her marketing is a picture of her with the plastic bag from the beauty supply store. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a specific demographic that she's talking to, not people that are serious about hair care. I trust Stormy's product or Tabitha Brown. Yeah. Um, I feel like they put a lot of energy into it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of study. You go in and I don't know what Tabitha Brown's hair care history is, but I know she's a nutritionalist. So, I just, yeah, I trust her products more too. I think I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, and start reviewing some of these. So if you guys haven't subscribed to my other page, we're gonna get into some fashion and hair, and I'm gonna start doing some reviews over there of these hair care products. Good morning, Lotus Egyptian Flower. We over here talking about Cardi B and her week product line. Another thing they say, like she sold out in an hour. I mean, if I put three things on my website, I could sell out in an hour too. So that doesn't mean, that she made all these high numbers. It just means, a couple few of them girls around her way, um, they went ahead and brought it. Was it Miel Dominican too? I don't know what she is, but I did not like her products. I did not like her products before she went into Procter and Gamble. A lot of people stood by it. I feel like her products were, I know they were natural, but for me, there wasn't enough moisture. It was a whole lot of gels and things that, made your hair feel weird, honestly, and didn't do a whole lot to moisturize your curl. And I will say, most of the products that I've been using in the last couple of years have all been geared towards wearing your hair naturally curly. Grow Good ain't doing it. So I'm gonna have to say, Cardi, it's a no for me. But I mean, I guess them girls around the Bronx down to the bodega, will want to get it because they're Cardi fans. I don't have a lot of product for my silk press blowout girls. So, and I work in a salon who, doesn't have, they got Redken. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? And I hate that because the prior owners put a lot of um, time into looking for products that were best for all types of hair. And then the new ownership came in and, brought good old Redken in there, which is not my favorite. But, that's neither here nor there. But I do need to find some things that are a better pairing with the blowout girls, because there's a lot of silk press girls out there that want to wear their hair straight. Why they would want to do it around here, I don't know. The humidity is a monster. So I just ran across this girl, and thank you, Elsid. Elsid's popping in, and she said hit the like button. There, I just ran across this girl that says she was using Beyonce's products. So I hadn't checked it out. I went to the website and look at the difference. It's Beyonce, but I feel like at the end of the day, Cardi B, the very least you could have done is put some more energy into your website. Beyonce has a thermal shield mist. As a hairstylist, I feel like a mist is much better hair protectant, heat protectant than a serum. The purpose just is different. Her thermal shield mist, take the heat, all 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Meet your prep step for any heat style. This advanced lightweight heat protected spray shields hair from 450 degrees Fahrenheit to 232 degrees Celsius heat styling, humidity, pollution, and frizz, leaving hair soft, shiny, and weightless. It's $30. I think that's a fair price for something. So, yeah, I think I might go ahead and try it just to see what her products are like. It's her brand is called Sacred. I'm not gonna lie, but the packaging is beautiful. And I feel like, that matters. Look, she got you showing what the mist look like. She's really selling this thing. We've got two examples of the hair, of the heat style hair, with and without it. You can see that it has tamed some of the frizz. You put it on, this says 24-hour frizz. I don't know. For me, it's worth trying. And you've got various, women of color here. She's marketing to everyone. She's even giving you a little science behind, how her products work. So obviously we talking Beyonce money, but like I said, Cardi got it too. And if you're gonna step in the industry, you got to make it right. Let's see. You said you really like the main attraction and had really grown these lots. I haven't tried that one. Um, Is it just for locks? Don't put them roots in your head. You're gonna be like that gumbo. Hopefully not. I definitely wouldn't eat the gumbo. I'm gonna try it, like I said, and review it. And I'm just talking like specifically celebrity brands. Tracy Ellis Ross. I love Pattern. I use the Edge Control. I don't use the whole brand. A lot of girls do. She has a detox for the scalp. I love that from Pattern. Um, it's like a tea tree detox, like for your dreads, tea. Um, so as a celebrity brand, Pattern is one of my favorites. And like I said, I don't use the whole brand. Like for my curls, I use TGIN. There's a lot of stuff out there, but celebrities tend to come over here and think just because they have a celebrity name that that's just supposed to sell the product. And for the public, just for the everyday public, I think that's fine if you're buying stuff based. Just like I've never purchased Kenya Moore hair care. She's the same. Like Kenya is always talking about her luscious hair, but she's always had it. That's genetic. It's for all hair, but it's a mist that's really good. I'll have to look into it as one of the brands that I review, because one thing about having curly hair or wearing your hair natural, it's a journey. We can't all just go to the same product line and find what works for us, but we definitely want to get away from the Shea Moistures and the brands that what is it, African Pride, and things that are definitely not black owned. Good morning, Jatoni. What's your hair care routine? What else she got over here? I'm just comparing the websites. You can see, Beyonce, whether she cares about this hair care brand or not, I don't see her doing a whole lot. I feel like her mama came from the hair salon industry, so she's been hearing, you know what I'm saying, and she's grown up in the environment, I feel like. So yeah, her prices are comparative. I haven't seen it in the store, but I think she's in the Ultas and the Sephora's of it all. So yeah, um, I didn't even really come over here to talk about Beyonce's brand, but she's got some cool stuff over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll let y'all know. T said, "Don't put the roots on you." I don't mind the hair care brand. I'm not gonna mess with the gumbo though. Good morning, Motown investor. Oh, the gang's all here. Do I need to just switch it to 10 to 30? Your hair is thick and thick. So what hair care brand do you use? You don't have hair care routine. You don't have a hair care routine. It's very important. We'll do a consultation, Motown investor. It's very important that you have a hair care routine because it maintains a healthy scalp, and that's important. You don't run into issues. I don't know how old you are, but my hair is not as luscious as it used to be. It was started out fine and it's getting finer. So I'm walking around here with a boneless afro. Water. Water is your routine? We're going to talk, Motown investor. What's the best routine for 3B, 3C hair? Definitely shampooing once a week. I feel like when you have curly textured hair, you tend to not shampoo as much once a week because you want to maintain a healthy scalp. And your scalp is skin. So, I don't think we think about it as the same thing as your face, but you have, depending on the person. Okay, yeah. So, Motown investor, we're gonna get on a routine. Not water, not just water. Um, I personally I shampoo once a week, and I use a leave-in conditioner by TGIN, and that moisturizes my curls. And then if I'm going somewhere, I'll use the elongating gel just to kind of help define my curls. If you're using a leave-in or a curl definer, those are the best things. Whatever product you use, you want to make sure it's natural and that you're not getting buildup. When you have curly and natural texture hair, like usually we wet our hair at the end of the day because you want to get, the pollution and all of the stuff out of your hair, depending on where you work. Twice a week is enough to shampoo your hair. Getting into a routine of shampooing every day is not good. Not good for your hair, not good for your scalp. Ja Tony, transforming back for you. Um, you cut my locks as part of a new life. Did you do that in January? That's a whole nother conversation. Um, so how do you like the TGIN Rosewater line? I like it because my hair texture falls into the same 3B. Um, I like the rose water. It smells so good, but I go back and forth between the rose water and the buttercream. But what I do like about TGIN is I don't feel buildup on my hair. Um, so if you have, it's the three. You want to shampoo it, you want to moisturize it. There's other things like that I don't always have, but they have a milk moisturizer, like for that next day refresh, where you don't want to wet your hair. It just depends on what your lifestyle is like. We have to have a whole, I'll do a whole breakdown on TGIN. And yeah, what do you think about Beyonce's Sacred? I'm gonna go ahead and check some of the things out because, like I said, for the blowout days, I found my love for my curls, but for the blowout days, I want something that's gonna work for the silk press. Oh, you have locks. Your locks are down to your ankles. You have to cut at least twice a year. Okay, so T said she got a product that I haven't ever tried it. I don't know, but she has for the locks. What she say, T? Now I gotta go back. She said she likes the main attraction, and her son has locks. So it's same thing with locks though. You still want to make sure that they're nice and clean. You want to make sure that your scalp is dry when you have locks, because the longer they are, if you don't dry them properly, you'll get, I don't want to say mold, but for lack of a better term, on your scalp. So you want to make sure that you're definitely getting your locks clean and dry. Um, and like I said, Pattern has a scalp treatment, a tea tree scalp treatment. So if you have locks, that's a good product to use just to keep your scalp healthy. Are the products you're listing purchased at any store, or are they stores for licensed cosmetologists? Um, no, not these are for, everyday people. TGIN, you could get it at, I get it at Ulta, you can get it at Sally's, you can get it, I don't usually get it at Walmart because they don't carry the full line, but Sally's and Ulta, you can get the whole thing, or you can just go to their website and they have packages. You know what I'm saying? For $50, you can get your three. When you have, textured hair, you need a cleanser, a moisturizer, and depending, like if you're wearing it natural, you need something for curl defining. If and that depends on your curl texture. There's some people like do twist outs and things, so you want to use something that's going to help maintain your twist out. So I'm glad we have this conversation. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead. We can talk about all of them because we need, and for me, I can't try everything. So I love that you guys, are offering me a little assistance on, and I'm very big on black owned. So if it ain't black owned, I don't want it. Um, what else is going on? Because I could talk about hair all day. So yeah, well, congratulations, Cardi B. I guess I won't be buying any of it for show enough grown, good grown, whatever. But yeah, that's where we start today. Okay, so this stood out to me a little bit. Warehouse worker buys $3 Colgate toothpaste for $1,800 and sells them on Amazon for $10,000. So I just wanted to see, like, so what? How did he do that? Because a lot of people have Amazon stores. So he said, I used to pack boxes at Amazon warehouse for $16 an hour. Every shift, I see thousands of Colgate toothpaste getting shipped out. That's when it clicked. I found them listed on Amazon selling for $18 per pack with over 6,000 sales per month. After Amazon fees and shipping costs, I was making $13 profit per package. I shipped all 1,800 units directly to Amazon's warehouse and let them handle everything else. If these toothpastes are flying off the shelves this fast, I could be the one selling them instead of packing them for someone else. So I took my savings and bought 600 Colgate packs of three toothpaste for $3 each from a bulk supplier. Within 3 months, every single pack of toothpaste sold. Amazon handled storage, shipping, and custom service while I just collected the checks. My total profit from those Colgate toothpaste was $7,800, almost 5 times what I've invested. The one purchase changed everything for me. I quit the warehouse and now run multiple products like this from my laptop in under 2 hours per day. I currently sell 35 plus every day, generating over 100,000 per month. All it takes is one product. One product selling will set you free from the stress of money. Two products selling well will set you free from working a job. Five products selling well will set you up for life. Currently, I have 20 products in my store and couldn't be happier. So of course he wants to sell you his, I could tell you his DVD or whatever. That's not what, caught my attention though. First of all, I was like, well, you would have to work for Amazon to know what travels out of there quickly. Definitely you'd have to do a little research in order to, see, because if he wasn't working for Amazon, then he wouldn't have known to do that. I think you can definitely invest. That's a small investment, I think, on your return. But is this like insider trading? That's what I was curious about. Isn't this like he has information that the general public doesn't have, and yeah, and he made a profit off of it? Anyway, I don't want to sell toothpaste. But I do think for people that are looking for an outlet for another, source of income, I don't Amazon. So that's the problem. Um, but I mean, if you got to make your money, if you're doing it to make money, it is what it is. Yeah. Would y'all like invest in toothpaste sales? Is that something you've ever thought about? Like, what do you think would like be another good investment? Like, because Amazon people are true too, and they don't want to go to the store. So, I mean, what you buy a bunch of light bulbs and see how fast the light bulbs. Toothpaste definitely is something that people Colgate. You know what I'm saying? So, if you think about, you got to buy toothpaste. Toilet paper might be another good one. Things that are, you got to use it every day. How much is it going to cost to invest in some toilet paper? You would have to design your store around, necessities and things of that nature. It's not a bad idea though. Let's see what y'all talking about. Anyway, on to the next thing. You said you can't keep Starling Wireless on the shelves at Home Depot. I mean, yeah, you would have to Starlink. You would have to I feel like design your store around that. So if you were gonna do like something from Home Depot, you would have to have your online store built around like a Home Depot type situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you're gonna do Colgate, you could have your store with a lot of those little kitchen cleansers, Dawn dishwashing liquid. You know what I mean? The things that people use on a regular basis. Because if you go into Amazon to shop, then you're probably just gonna get all your stuff over there. What is he doing? Is what he's doing? Yeah, I've heard of it, but people have been doing that a lot, especially those who sell things that are in their stores. In today's climate, um, this new generation will buy stuff anywhere at any cost. I feel like it's not the walk in the park that he's, you got to work hard to get your Amazon store out there. He's telling us just to sell classes. He is. And I mean, somebody will buy it, but when I thought about it, how you have those type of jobs, I feel like, his aha moment said a lot. But if you have an Amazon store, or we don't Amazon, or we're trying not to, but it's just one of those things. If you have a store and you set it up the right way and you market it the right way, you can have an income. Because if you have your go-to where, you like, I like these particular kitchen scrubbers, and they're good at, getting the shit off the pans or what have you. You'll buy a stack of them. That you can find them at Temu and Shein and all of the little kitchen stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I buy, like, in bulk like that. You could design like a kitchen store where it'll be your go-to. And if it's black owned, you know what I'm saying? It's just a way for us to spend money with our own community. Sorry, not sorry. Segregate. Where else we going over here? Okay, so shout out to El Cid, because El Cid sent me this story. And I told her I was gonna cover it on today's show. Um, a woman arrested after locking the pizza delivery driver inside for movie night. I just wanted some company for the film. So, movie night meltdown. A woman arrested after allegedly locking pizza delivery driver inside for company turned dinner into detention. This wasn't dinner and a movie, it was dinner and you're not leaving. Police say 27-year-old woman was arrested after allegedly locking pizza delivery driver inside her home because she didn't want to watch the movie alone. Yes, the driver. According to authorities, the situation started like any normal order. Pizza arrives, door opens, transaction happens, except this time it didn't end there. Investigators say the woman allegedly closed and locked the door after the driver entered, insisting he stay and watch a movie with her. She told him it would be quick. One source said it wasn't. The driver reportedly tried to leave, but quickly realized he wasn't going anywhere. Neighbors say the situation escalated after the driver managed to contact help, leading to police being called to the scene. Officers arrived to find they described as a very confused delivery driver and a very committed movie night. Authorities say the woman allegedly admitted she just wanted some company for the film, a statement that has since gone viral. She was taken into custody without incident and now faces charges related to unlawful restraint. Meanwhile, the driver is safe and probably rethinking every delivery from now on. I had late deliveries, one neighbor said, but this was a hostage situation with pizza because in this case, it just wasn't a movie night, it was a mandatory viewing. Now, I have one question, and I'm looking at this girl, and she's a very pretty girl. Why was you inside? How did she close the door? Do y'all invite the pizza guy inside your house? Usually the thing is already paid for. I don't know what transaction they was talking about, but this sounds fishy to me. I feel like something was going down. When y'all order pizza, the pizza's paid for, or you have the cash in your hand because the guy's coming. Yeah, here, take this to keep the change. That's your tip. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying come inside. And if I was a pizza delivery person and somebody said, hey, step inside, I'm good. I'm not going inside your house. So I don't know what this pizza delivery guy was up to, innocently walking in this pretty girl's house. It just turned out, see, people be looking at things, what was his name? She Ted Bundy'd his ass. People be looking at, the physicality of someone and thinking just because she's beautiful, I'm going to step inside her house, see what's up. What's up is the door got locked behind you. Now, I didn't hear anything about a weapon. They didn't say how she managed to hold him there. So how did that happen? She just locked the door and then what happened? Please. I feel like I need more details to this story. Was this delivery guy over there up to no good and then things went left? Because, some just don't sound right. Some in the milk ain't clean. You say, I feel like it wasn't what he thought it was going to be and realized she was nuts. Yes, he was down high vibe because I don't know no pizza people walking inside your house. It's already paid for, and they might leave it on the porch if you don't answer that door fast enough. That's how we doing it these days, DoorDash and things. I don't. And like I said, if you're paying cash, you usually grab the cash. You don't open the door for the pizza guy and be like, hey, come in, let me go find my money. There's more to the story. I want to know how she held him there. With what? With what did she hold him down with? How did the delivery guy set foot into her place? He thought it was going to be fun time when he realized it wasn't. That's what he realized. I want to let me interview the pizza guy, the delivery guy. I got more questions. Jeez, OP. What else we got going on? The pizza guy got locked in the house. Look at her. He was willing. He was a willing participant. That's all I have to say about that. Did you know? I don't know. I feel like we might be in for a class action suit. We need to all get in here together. Meta and YouTube found liable on social media addiction case. The woman awarded $3 million says the platforms contributed to unaliving thoughts and depression when she was a minor. Geez, I wasn't a minor when I got here. Maybe I could call it elderly. Can I get an elderly settlement from YouTube and social media platforms? This is interesting. A 20-year-old woman has won a major case after a trial based on social media addiction. According to Fox News, the woman identified as KGM said she started using YouTube at 6 and Instagram at 9. Where is her mama and daddy? Let's start there. Staying on the platforms all day, her lawyers pointed out the platforms implement features seemingly meant to get young users hooked. Features like endless scrolling, notifications, autoplay, etc. were mentioned in the case. KGM said the addictive use was directly tied to her unaliving thoughts and depression. Maybe. The jury found that Meta and YouTube acted with malice, oppression, or fraud. They believe the platforms do have measures that get young users addicted and actually contributed to the 20-year-old's mental health illness. This generation will get a check for anything, won't they? Now I'm a little bit hating. Who do I want to look into? I need somebody owe me a check for something, for God's sake. The judgment was for $3 million, but will potentially grow after punitive damages. Everything I know is wrong. TikTok and Snap, which the parent company of Snapchat, was also intertwined in the case as a defendant originally, but they actually settled ahead of time. So they gave her money ahead of time. What are we doing wrong, gang? We need to figure out something here. $3 million. This other lady got $3-4 million because she let her supervisor call her the N-word. Now this lady was over here. Where was her parents? You say, I believe the policy said you have to be 13 to have an account. I think there's some higher power that was behind this judgment. Well, where's her mother and father? You know what I'm saying? Why is your kid scrolling all day, every day? I'm so glad social media wasn't a thing when I was growing up. Me too, child, because I might be, on the internet for different reasons. Anyway, not like Kim Kardashian's style. I'm just saying. I don't understand, and over the years, I've had clients who would come to get their hair done and bring their kids, 6, 7, 8 years old with an iPhone. My baby, I don't even let him play with my phone. He's got toys to play with. The kids start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. My youngest, I let her have, and I think she was about 13 years old. I let her have social media, and then I end up having to take it away because roadblocks and things start getting out of control. So I mean, she gonna get her money, and we don't know who she is. She's not even 21 yet. I saw that article that said preschoolers don't know how to handle books. They were trying to swipe the pages. I believe it. But I mean, I also believe, for every young genius that we talk about here on a daily basis, there's parents that are giving their kids books to read and not phones to scroll on. You know what I mean? And there's times where, I'll be over here on TikTok or something. I think, our attention spans have got to the place where if I'm in the grocery store standing in the line, rather than engage with the people around me, I'm scrolling on things. And then you'll run across that one thing where you're like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. My mind is getting filled with foolishness. Um, they don't even a lot of schools have books anymore. They're moving on to tablets, but it's still the parents. Like, it's not the medium. If your kid is on social media at 9 years old all day long, that's on you. You know what I mean? You have to. You don't want to talk to your kids. You don't want to feel like, even with Miss Rachel and the children's programming, these are together things. These are not babysit your kid things. Supreme Court system has been after Mark for a while. People are extremely mad at the wealth and power he has over our information. I mean, I don't know. I'm mad at all of them because he ain't the only one with our information. That's a fast track to illiteracy, and that I think that's intentional based on the way that they are putting people in place in the public schools. um in this new era that we're in, if you don't have access to private schools, your kids are, they're going to be told so many lies and so much nonsense. Got to read to kids early. You do have to read to kids early, and not just that, you have to spend time with them. Like I said, when my daughter was homeschooled, we would go on walks. You know what I'm saying? That was part of her PE, that we would go on a walk in the morning. But when you spend time with your kids, like at the dinner table, on a walk, watch a movie, it's conversations, it's quality time that you spend with them. If they just scrolling and you ain't having no conversations, that's on you as a parent. And I don't know where this lady's parents are, but shame on them for giving her a phone so early on. And not for nothing, at 20 years old, she's getting this money, but she probably don't have no type of social skills or friend groups or things that are important to living a normal life, whatever that looks like anymore. Where are we going? So, do y'all remember when this person allegedly stole music when in Atlanta when Beyonce was on her Cowboy Carter tour? Beyonce's music theft suspect refuses the plea deal and takes the case to trial. It says the Atlanta man accused of stealing unreleased music from Beyonce is set to have his day in court. Kevin Evans, who authorities say took unreleased tracks and other items tied to the superstar, appeared in court this morning, March 25th, for a plea hearing. According to reports, Evans turned down the plea deal and chose to move forward with the trial. When the judge asked if he was rejecting the offer, he reportedly responded, "I'm ready to go to trial now." As previously reported, the incident dates back to last July during Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour stop in Atlanta. Evans allegedly broke into a rental vehicle belonging to the choreographer and made off with several items, including jump drives containing unreleased music, show footage plans, and past and future set lists. His trial is currently scheduled to begin in September. Is this the kind of stuff you give to the choreographer? I'm wondering. Children should read at least 10 pages a day. I agree. I don't care what it is. My kids were Dr. Seuss kids. I need to, and my grandson now, he's just now getting to the point where he'll sit still for it. So, Yeah, I guess I'll be I need to get my Dr. Seuss skills together because I do a lot of reading over here and some days it's a struggle. I can't always see and I'll make a mess of things over here. They still have book fairs and libraries at the schools. Again, there's always kids who don't have any support at home. You could go to the schools and participate in the book fairs, but it has to carry into what they're doing at home. That's right, T. That's what I just said. Um, so yeah, so Beyonce's music and some of her information was stolen out of the choreographer's van. Is that where you keep that? I don't know, but it feels like I don't know if this guy is crazy or if he about to snitch. But he said he going to trial, child. So I guess we'll see. She recovered it, so nothing, nothing lost, nothing gained. Doctor Spock, not Doctor Seuss. Um, why? Because Doctor Seuss is problematic. Really, we have I have a certain list of Dr. Seuss books that I really love to read. There's some of them that are just classics. Dr. Spot, I have to get into those too. But them Dr. Seuss books is tongue twisters. They have you out here, socks and fox and fox and socks on box. Okay, remember Homegirl from Bad Boys, Teresa? Bad Boys actress Teresa Randall arrested for allegedly injuring partner in domestic dispute and released after insufficient evidence. Um, Bad Boy actress Teresa Randall again making they said once again making headlines after a recent arrest tied to a domestic violence allegations according to news reports. The retired star, also known for her role in Malcolm X, was reportedly booked on March 1st on a felony charge of corporal injury and spouse or cohabitant or to a spouse or cohabitant not married. Her man, they shacking up over there and fighting. Records show she was released 2 days later, with authorities citing insufficient evidence as the reason for her release. This isn't the first time Randall has faced legal trouble. In October 2024, she was arrested for felony assault after police responded to an alleged incident at Los Angeles area home. Officers initially took a report when she wasn't present, but arrested her days later following another call involving a possible restraining order violation. Dang, they got a restraining order against her. Sources previously said Randall was irate, uncooperative during booking. Though that case was later rejected by prosecutors, attempts to reach her for comments have so far been unsuccessful. I seen her, when they were Bad Boys was coming out with the third, and her health, she didn't look too healthy. She didn't look like she was in a good place. Um, that's why they replaced her in Bad Boys. She over here fighting and carrying on, but they keep letting her go. So, whatever it is she got going on with her feisty temper, it ain't kept her locked up. A restraining order? So is this always her boyfriends? It seems like when she gets in the domestic situation, she be fighting. It'd be toxic over there around her house. Oh, Teresa, get it together. We don't want you to be locked up. Now, come on. They didn't put you in a name in Malcolm X. I do remember her from Malcolm X too. I didn't realize that until I saw that. But yeah, she out here in these streets acting a fool, or maybe run to her house acting a fool. Um, so Megan Good and Tank join Reasonable Doubt season 4. I love this show. And I'm gonna review it this time. It just I was caught up last season and never got to it, and we were boycotting Hulu and all kinds of things were happening. But this is a good thing. I feel like Reasonable Doubt is starting to get more, mainstream celebrities on the show. So that's a good thing. So Reasonable Doubt is adding some new star power to its upcoming season. Megan Good has officially joined the cast as a series regular for season 4, alongside singer and actor Darrell. Is he gonna start being known by his real name? Darrell Tank Babs. So we gonna call him Darrell Babs. He not gonna be Tank anymore. Tank is who when he's singing, and Darrell, I guess it's gonna be his acting name. I never knew his name was Darrell. He looked like somebody named Darrell. Megan has set to play Regina Harris, described by Deadline as a sharp, compassionate district attorney who's nobody's fool. I wonder if they're gonna be adversaries or I don't know, because what's her name? Jax is something else now. Tank will portray Eric Cropper, a wealthy and influential R&B artist who's also a longtime client of Jacqueline Jax Stewart. I don't want to see Jax kissing on Tank because she does have a tendency, to get all her marriage be open and closed and open and closed. I'm not saying her name. She's Jax. The character she's got an African name and I just don't want to butcher it. The character is described as charming and calculating, someone accustomed to always getting his way. It don't sound good. It sounds like a problem for Jackson her marriage. While an exact premiere date hasn't been announced, season 4 is expected to arrive sometimes this fall. I'll be looking forward to it. Do you guys watch Reasonable Doubt? I feel like Reasonable Doubt is one of my favorite shows. Yes, that's the lawyer show. And it's only 3 seasons, so now would be a good time if you want to binge watch something. Now would be a good time to do it. They've had people on there before, like Michael Ealy was on the first season, and then second season you've got homeboy that plays I can't think of his name. I think he was the daddy on the guy that plays her father. I don't know, but it's got a lot of good actors on that show, and she does an amazing job. Tommy was over there this past season, so I'm guessing since Power Universe is coming to an end, those tiny girls are feisty. Yes, I feel like Joseph Sikora will be back because we're just getting to the meat of his character. But I love the show. I love the show. It's very juicy. Her husband is the guy that from Bring It, that he played basketball on that show with the cheerleaders on VH1. You said you couldn't get past the first season. I loved it. I loved it. What platform? It's on Hulu. You didn't like the main character. I love her. I love her clothes. I mean, it's not for everybody, but I do think there's enough different characters on there. There's a lot of good actors on this show. And so, I want to see the dynamic for sure between her and Megan Good. What's his name was on there too. Morris Chestnut was on there. So he came through, got his own show. It's a good show. Yeah, so if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Sometimes, that's how I feel about Kerry Washington. I don't like watching stuff with Kerry Washington, but I do know she was over there, dressed to the hilt on Scandal. I just like to check in and see what she had on most of the time. And so, yeah. Okay, Megan. Megan, keep Jonathan out the mix. We don't need him messing things up over here, man. Hopefully he won't be jealous. Did y'all hear that Jonathan Majors is making a woke version of Sinners, or the white version of Sinners? Won't be watching it. Okay, let's get into your girl over here, Clarissa Shields. Clarissa was down to the Breakfast Club trying to explain to us, that Papoose don't love her for her money. She got other assets over here that she would like for y'all to know she has.
that I've been with, they have said that he with me for my money because they just think that I'm just not that bad of a bitch.
Period.
I'm not that
This ain't
bad.
no-
Talk that
no,
talk.
I ain't
Talk
on
that
that.
talk, Clarissa.
Period.
Champ ain't snatched or nothing like that. Charlamagne, turn your head.
I am. And you the one looking.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
that's
you.
part of.
I'm
Hold
married.
on.
I'm looking at you,
see it.
Charlotte.
And I ain't looking at my man girl.
No, this ain't I think you about to let me touch
I'm looking at you, Charlotte.
That's how little boo.
that thick ass turkey leg.
Anyway.
Don't wink at me. Don't you wink at me.
Anyway,
Wink
though,
at you.
You did wink at me.
I'm not on that.
God,
So they be like, yeah, they only with her because she got money. It's like, no, baby, this cat got low mileage.
Mm-hmm.
talk that talk.
This ass is fat.
Period.
Waist is snatched. And baby, I'm in shape. So you know when them girls that be in shape, what they do in that room.
Period.
Do it on that.
So
You done gave that girl 3 different sketches today. I just want you to know that. She gonna turn that into another sketch.
Any man that I've been with, they have said that he with me for my money because they just think that I'm just not that bad of a bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna say this about Clarissa. I saw something. White white version of sinners would be the vampires. Exactly. Thank you. This might be a movie that, you know, Robin Dixon and Giselle Bryant could get into, the Jonathan Majors version. Denzel Washington's wife is on Hulu. I forgot about that. She plays the mother of Jax. I love how Denzel's family, they be working without being attached to him. You know what I'm saying? His son, I love his son's acting skills. You need a draining gift to post. So T, this is your girl. She said, I do think that he's only in it for the money. I agree. And I think that unfortunately for her, Clarissa started out a little, you know, and I had taken the pictures. I'm not going to put it up. You know, we know what she started out as. Clarissa started out as this young girl. We know she was poor. We know that she probably did not have the most self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? And that's not just for her. That's for a lot of young girls based on where they came up. When they talk about not having positive male figures in your life, I think this is an example of that. Not just your father, but like my father passed away when I was young, but I have my uncles, I have my brother. You have people around you that, you know, breathe positivity into you. And so I would imagine that the way she grew up, you know, she's not traditionally beautiful. And I think every young girl has their awkward stage. She cute now, but I think every person, not every, but a lot of kids, boys and girls, go through that awkward stage and then they grow up. Clarissa she's a little hood. I'm gonna say that. She's not well spoken. So when she gets over here, and unfortunately, I hate that every time we see her, she's talking about Papoose. It's so annoying because she could be, you know, spending this time and hopefully she will. I hate that she feels like she needs to defend this relationship. I'm gonna go over to her Instagram. I hate that she feels like she needs to defend this relationship because he's not even worth it. And if he was bringing something to the table, it would be different. He over here leaning on her the same way he was leaning on Remy back in the day when they were together. Like, you know, Remy got in trouble and Papoose ended up with this black love image. Let's look at her Instagram. And now, you know, I think that's what we attach to him. Look at her. Well, girl, we're not questioning whether you're a bad bitch. Look at her. She says something. I mean, I feel like she's obviously pretty in photos. She got a money upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like all celebrities do. When people get their money upgrade, I don't know who her stylist is, but whoever it is now is way better than who she was working with. That's a pretty girl right there. And I don't know. I feel like the little girl that she grew up as though is still inside her. It's like you know, the fat kid that lives in you when you lose weight. Let's see what she's saying right here.
The fact that a girl wants to fight against me makes me mad.
Really?
Because it was like, how you done proved I'm the best and now you want some?
Okay.
I got to get in the gym. I got to eat healthy. I got to run. I got to not have sex with my man for 6 weeks. I got to do all this stuff.
Can we stop right here? Hold on.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, Papoose is sitting right in the audience. Papoose is right there. I just want to put a screech on it.
Papoose is sitting in the audience with dripped in all of that jewelry, and we didn't even have to make it about him. We could have left it, about her, but here we are, letting Papoose get a little bit of shine.
You don't have sex 6 weeks before you fight.
Yeah.
Girl, why?
Listen, Sherry, I don't know if you ever been in a fight before.
Oh, yeah. I'm Chicago.
But when you in that boxing ring and them legs go, baby, the fight's over.
Okay. Oh, but it makes you calm.
Why, but why would you want to be calm fighting against me?
No, not really.
Let me tell you how crazy I am.
Okay.
The fact that a girl wants...
I like this interview. I just wish that Papoose hadn't been included. We did not have to talk about him. It's a plenty of women out here with a man that ain't worth the time. But, we don't have to publicly talk about Clarissa's man, her relationship. You said they've dogged her out her whole life and she's just now getting a taste of glam. Yeah, but her glam is good. And I feel like a lot of people come in the industry, in the entertainment industry. She came in as a boxer. Just this last, after her movie, she's been in the spotlight for, other things. So, she got good glam now. So we're not going to use that as an excuse for, I think, people going to drag her anyway. Because of how she looked when she first came in the game. But a lot of people were busted when they came in the game. And that's not about what she looks like, her actual looks. It's about, your style. Your style can make you be busted. Now Papoose is a legend. Here you go. I'm going to just let the girls have you, Jatoni, because here you go. Jatoni says Papoose is a legend, established and honored for being on code. Folks just talk ish. Hood is good. Hope they make it. I guess you can black love and all. I think Papoose he's a real one for what? What did he do besides come up on the coattails of Remy Ma? So, I don't know. What has he established on his own? Clarissa is not the top of Mammy Mountain, screaming Papoose. High vibe. I'm going to just warn you now that T, she will go in and let have over Clarissa. Flint girls got to stick together. I don't usually do a whole lot. I am an admiration of Clarissa and her career as a boxer. As far as, being in the public eye, a lot of people are rough around the edges based on where they came from. That's something that, she needs polishing. Hopefully she'll get it. I don't know that, Papoose is necessarily the one that is going to make it happen. Clarissa is showing what it looks like not to have affirmation. That's it. Nor protection from her family. Poor girl does know what true love is. I agree with that 100%. I think that's what it is. I feel like it's somebody maybe not trying to be in the public eye. Somebody, and not even just a man. I hate that it's like a man that needs to like uplift you in order for you to believe it. I feel like I wish she had some support around her from women also to, because like I said, everybody go through that awkward stage. We can pull up pictures of, look at the Kardashians and how they look like before they got their coin. They was, little busted. Remy tricked. Oh my God. Jatoni, sometimes I think you come over here because you want us to come get you. Now, I'm saying I'm not going to do it, but keep talking. These ladies are going to come let you have it. Remy tricked him. Why would she choose him to trick? She had Fat Joe, you know what I'm saying, carrying her up because it wasn't Papoose that carried her to the public. It was Fat Joe that did it. I hate that she's been doing remarkable things as a boxer since she was a teen, but she's only gotten attention because she's attached to this man. And I mean, you know what, T? I feel like it's not even necessarily Papoose, because we don't really care about Papoose. It's the whole drama of a Remy and that whole story and how, you know, they keep bringing these two, you know, because he's still married to Remy. So then when Remy goes back and forth, you know, and Clarissa feels this need to, you know, defend this man. And, you know, that's where the problem lies. And so, yeah, once this is over, like I said, she's looking really good now. So we can't talk about her style. She needs to stay with this stylist and, you know, she'll be fine. And hopefully you be exposed to someone, like I said, that can mentor her on media. And not talk about this man because he ain't doing shit but making, you know, him and 50 Cent and all of these. I'm tired of these men over here, you know, making women the target of their beef between each other. I'd like to see 50 get in the ring with her and see if he still got so much to say. Tony, low-key, she did, though. Papoose had nothing else to do. He wanted to feel needed and be seen. Because he's sitting up here on the Sherri Shepherd show. Papoose would not have been invited to Sherri Shepherd without Clarissa. Nobody was asking him to come sit on the couch. He's over there in the audience. He's a humble dude. He's a humble dude with a whole lot of jewelry around his neck, probably purchased by Clarissa Shields, Tony. Let's see the jewelry he got on sitting over here in the audience. Oh shoot, I'm bigging up on the wrong spot. Let me get back over here. Did y'all even see that show? Oh, we were on her page. Yeah, we on her page.
Before.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm Chicago.
But when you in that boxing ring and them legs go, baby, the fight's over.
Okay. Oh, but you know, it makes you calm. Would you
want to be calm fighting against me?
No, not really.
Let me tell you how crazy I am.
Okay.
The fact that a girl wants to fight against me makes me mad.
Really?
Because it was like, I already done proved I'm the best and now you want some?
Okay.
I got to get in the gym. I got to eat healthy. I got to run. I got to not have sex with my man for 6 weeks. I got to do all this stuff.
Can we stop right here? Hold on.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, and I'm going to get back to you because I do want to say your man Papoose is sitting right in the audience. Papoose is right there.
He's sitting in the audience, dripping in diamonds, dripping in diamonds. Look at how cute she looks right here. I know that's right, girl. Who is that? Adidas? She getting an Adidas check. Where's Papoos's checks coming from? So cute. We're not used to her looking like this. I feel like, yeah, she's got a new stylist. Her new stylist is, you know, doing the things that needs to be done. And yeah, we can start seeing her on some red carpets. Look at Lovely. You can't say the girl ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? She just, you know, has finally got with the right styling team. Let's see. Y'all been over here. Sherri is gorgeous. Is she? You said you heard Kat did the Willy Wonk Wonk. I don't know what you're talking about now. Who you heard that from? I'm going to need you to cite your sources. You said Pat, formerly known as Killa Sin, is a founding member of Onyx, a Wu-Tang Clan allied group. All I'm saying is, Tony, ain't nobody asking Papoose to go nowhere. Papoose is a +1. He was a +1 for Remy, and now he's a +1 for Clarissa Shields. You blocked Dre Bummy already? Uh-oh. I don't want to get in the middle of any of that. Tony, come out of the 80s. Let's see. You said he need to act more like Clive Davis than a front man. I think Pap is over there living in the lap of luxury off of women. That's what he does. That's what he's done in the past. You know, if he's that legend, then, you know, say something, spit something. That's what I'm talking about. Before the mess, who was checking for her because she was still that girl in Boxing Wife. Yeah, now she's got a platform to talk about it. If she would have never said Papoose, Sherry might have brought it up, but we wasn't talking about him. She brought him in the conversation. She has an interview over here at the Breakfast Club, and she's trying to, and I don't know, I didn't see it in its entirety. They probably asked her some stupid question that made her feel like she makes her feel like she needs to explain, you know, why she's worthy of having a man. You said prior to this, she couldn't get no endorsements. Well, you know, the road to endorsements was led by the mess down on the Shade Room and such. So we love it now. I'm glad she's getting it. And I'm hoping that she realizes that these endorsements are important to her. Like, you know, however she got in the spotlight, hopefully she realizes that it's because of her. You know what I mean? And that she doesn't necessarily need this. He doesn't have to be mentioned. If he's her manager, is that his title? I don't know. Serving looks. Just dump the bum. Somebody tell Tony. He's out here boxing in the brick wall. Pap is famous on his own. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it, Tony. You're a fan. You're a fan. You're a fan. The man is a +1, not her leader. Thank you. Okay, so there's a lot of comparison to Remy Ma, and I feel like Papoose is still not the catalyst to, you know, T, like you said, before all of this, you know, they weren't even talking to her. Thank God he's not her manager. But I feel like it's the coattails of Remy. See, Pap is just, you know, he's a clown either way. It's these two women. So we want to talk about glow ups and things, as if Clarissa was the, you know, the only one to glow up. I'm going to just go ahead and show this one first. This is Remy when we first met her. This is Remy Ma. Do you think, like, I feel like as far as and there's nothing wrong with Remy, like, as how she looks. I'm just saying her style was busted. Look how busted and, you know, kind of hard she looked. She's from New York. You know what I'm saying? So New York, they give a little bit of that edginess. And so this is where we started with Remy. Much like Clarissa. I don't see where one is any better looking than the other, to be honest. Tony's still over here, you know, boxing the air on behalf of Papoose. Tony, don't align yourself with the loser. It's not a good look. Okay, Remy Ma. That's what she used to look like. This is what she look like now, though. This is her natural. So it's not about her face. I don't know if she got any work done, but she looked like Remy to me. But it's about her style. Her style has changed. I'm not going to click on nothing that's going to play music. But again, look at fresh face. I can go over Clarissa's page and find fresh face too, and she looks good. I feel like these two women, as far as beauty standards are concerned, they're on equal footing. They're, you know, and now that Clarissa has the same, has a better stylist, you know, Papoose got a type. I don't think this is out of the ordinary for him. And so I think the difference is, like I think it was High Vibe was saying before, Clarissa as a young girl didn't have somebody building up her self-esteem. You say Remy looks more like a boxer. Yeah, she definitely, like I said, when you talk about who, yes, he definitely has a type. When you talk about what somebody looked like before the money, we could keep going. Like, what do you look like before the money? She's got her glow up now. I don't think she's had any plastic surgery. I'm talking about Clarissa. I don't think she's had any plastic surgery. Her body is all homemade. She did that down to the house, down to the boxing ring. When you get your style together, get them edges from glued off your forehead. I think, obviously you're going to be looking at them different. Pop can write her rhymes all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a ghostwriter. That changes nothing. Remy is the star in that relationship. Remy is the love and hip hop in that relationship. All he did was over there wanting her to have a baby. She did that and she moved on. So the difference is Remy is more confident and she's a rapper. So rappers generally do come with that kind of braggadocious, behavior. So Ja Tony, you have an unnaturalized. That's what I said. Told you, Ja Tony. Told you I wasn't going to have to say nothing. I knew these ladies was going to come for you. So, yeah. Remy is just more confident. I don't know what her childhood, like what growing up was like for her. I do know Clarissa's story. And so I see where that self-confidence, or the lack thereof is coming from. But I'm happy for Clarissa. Whatever, life she going to get. She gonna get in the ring and make it happen. I just want the conversation to be more about her. And y'all stop asking her about Papoose. Like, like I was saying before, it's a lot of women out here, celebrity and not celebrity, with a relationship that they need to let go of, with the man that they need to get rid of. But, so she's not the only one. So, hopefully, like I said, one thing she gonna do is she gonna stand on business when it comes to, getting in that ring. So, good for her. Ja Tony does like to shake the table. I think he gets entertained by us, fussing at him. Cat Williams is the man. Cat Williams is the man. We're not going to compare him to Papoose because what are we looking for? Selling tickets. What is Cat able to do? Sell tickets. HBO, Netflix specials and things and such. So we know Cat don't need to ride on nobody's coattails in order to, Anyway. We was talking about how 50 was over here. I'm so tired of 50 Cent and using these women, you know what I'm saying, as a target when he's beefing with these dudes. It's so lame. I'm so tired of 50 Cent. So, Tiny, you know what he did with Tiny?
Years in the business prepares you for these kinds of things.
Thank you. Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't as affected as my family was. Like they really felt some kind of way, and I was like whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate them for wanting to step up, and it was very. I just couldn't ask, but I didn't know they were gonna do that, especially the money. It was a shock to me. So, it was very different. I already know King is he's gonna go to bat for me at all costs, I
have to think about all of these years in the business.
I tell you that King, he slung 50 up one side and down the other. Ja Tony is just having fun. He is. He likes it. I'm telling you, he likes it. King, he slung 50 up one side and down the other. I thought, let's be clear. We're not going to act like it was unnecessary. We're not going to act like Tiny be looking a mess. And I don't mean like her style. I mean like, I don't know what kind of botched plastic surgery she was over here doing, down here trying to get a big old booty. And then, when you see these, not just her, but her, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B been all over, the internet, little clips from her concert. And her behind looks unnatural. It's weird. It just looks weird and not nothing good about it. Tiny just happens to fall in that category too. So we up here, 50 done caught a bad photo of her and taking shots at her because he got an issue with T.I. And so stop being a little punk. And so all her kids came over here and, you know, did their thing. Now, these kids are T.I.'s kids. We watched Damani, you know, back when they had their show. He wanted to be a little rapper back then. Damani is actually very good. The other one, I can't remember the oldest one, Messiah. I think that's his name. He's over here playing music. So, you know, it was cool to see. It was Buddy Red for me. Who is Buddy Red? I don't know who is Buddy Red. Is that one of his stage names? But they all came together. It was very cool because Tiny is not like the biological mother of all of the children, but you know, she's had a hand in raising them all. And it was just so cool to see her kids come, you know, at 50 and together. And Damani's music is he's not like a what they call it, gangster rap or whatever categories they got, mumble rapper and all of that. He's very thoughtful. He's a smart kid. And, you know, I seen the brothers the other day. I seen a clip of the brothers. One of them, and I think Messiah and Damani got the same mother. Oh, that's his stage name. Oh, it was so cool watching them perform together. So, you know, maybe, again, just like Papoose' nonsense, then push Clarissa out here in a position where she can get endorsements. Maybe we'll see more of Messiah and Damani, Buddy Red and Damani. And, you know, King gonna do his thing. So, you know, sometimes when you got a little King, you know, on a leash in your house and somebody come around here, you know, doing too much, you got to let King off his leash and go in. And he went in and let have in a way that 50 Cent does for people, to people. So, yeah, just, you know, Tiny is another one, you know, I don't know what her glow up, you know, she did too much plastic surgery. So we don't know what, you know, what will be happening with Tiny. She not done all these things to herself. What else? I think there was one more story that I seen. You know, some people be out here getting a glow up. Clarissa said, you know, the cat, you know, didn't have much miles on it. And, you know, when you athletic, you know, how you get down in the bedroom. This man was whipped down to the bedroom. Let's see. It says, attorney Brian McKenna cried like a baby in court after he got sentenced to 2 to 4 years in prison for stealing $4.4 million in COVID PPP funds. That was out here, man. My little COVID money, you know, covered my regular check, and you know, it was a blessing for sure. I actually was like not looking for too much money that I was gonna have to pay back. Thankfully, you know, because I wasn't out here being shysty and I was just covering my unemployment. He was spending his money on his new girlfriend. Child, you about to go in. You about to get in the pokey over this lady. Attorney Brian McKenna sobs in court after stealing over $4 million intended for COVID gear. A Manhattan lawyer who stole $4.4 million intended for COVID gear to fund a romance with his CEO girlfriend tearfully admitted to craven crime. Check him out.
I don't know what else to say for myself.
All right, Mr. McKenna, I understand, and I really appreciate you taking full responsibility. Under indictment 759. Yes, please. Oh, please, no worries.
Granted this 6-week extension was very helpful to my son.
Thank you very much, sir. But ultimately, sir,
And I deserve to go to jail. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, he going down. I just thought that was so funny. I'm like, you know, you risk it all for the co-worker, and you use the PPP money. You know what's crazy to me is, and I mean, I realize he's going to jail, but he had access, he didn't misuse $4.4 million. There's a lot of people that was out here being fraudulent with PPP money, but it just reminded me of the story of the lady who, used her food stamps to to buy ingredients for her cupcakes. And I was like, it's not the same thing. You over here with $4.4 million of money that was supposed to go somewhere else. And it's 6 years later. 6 years later. So y'all better think about that. If y'all misrepresented yourselves with that COVID money, it's 6 years later, they still coming for people. Anyway, it's noon and y'all about to go to lunch and I'm about to go to lunch too. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I had a really good time. And yeah, I'm going to put together some things this weekend for, reviewing some of these products. If you have some products that you have any questions about, hit me. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. Can you find me? No, not Facebook. Don't go to Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok as Just Rhonda01, the same as I am over here. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm going to try to do the same. I'll be back Monday at 10 for some coffee talk. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye, y'all.